Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Capcan and today we're gonna be looking at Summon Raging Spirit changes in 3.24. So there is quite a heavy nerf that is coming to this skill. That was preferred skill for many summoners in 3.23 and before. Now let's check the patch note changes. There are changes to the skill itself, to the ascendancies that were using it, to both Necromancer and Guardian, and there are changes to how Unholy Might works as well. So Summon Raging Spirit. The Raging Spirit's melee attack no longer naturally gains 0 to 38% more damage as it levels, which is quite big nerf. It's basically akin to two support gems, which is quite massive. And then we do have our summoned, our Guardians changes, which is yet again a bit of a nerf. Summoned Sentinels of Radiance granted by the Guardian's Radiant Crusade Ascendancy passive skill now deals fire damage equal to 20% of its maximum life instead of 30%, and in a base radius of 4 meters instead of 4.5 meters. This is basically, boils down AoE damage of Guardian in general. So if you don't know what a Sentinel of Radiance is that it is that big guy that walks around and burns everyone with his Righteous Fire buff. It got nerfed, and then we do have changes to the Necromancer with Bone Armor and Mindless Aggression. And you do need to know how the Unholy Might got reworked. Previously, it gave you some additional physical damage as chaos damage. Now, Unholy Might completely converts 100% of physical damage into chaos damage, and it gives 25% chance to apply Wither on hit. This is pretty massive change in general, and our Necromancer has an ability to apply it to its minions. We still do have that talent in particular, but let's check all the other ones. The Mindless Aggression talent, Ascendancy talent, no longer causes minions to have 10% increased movement speed, 10% increased attack speed, cast speed, or causes them to deal 30% increased damage. Instead, it now causes them to deal 10% more damage and have 20% more life, which is quite interesting for sure. It reduces their speed a little bit, but it gives pretty good more multiplier to life and damage. But it again, more maximum life multiplier depends on the variation and type of minions that you're using, but more damage is quite universally pretty good. The Bone Barrier Ascendancy passive skill no longer grants level 20 Bone Armor skill because of all the changes to automation and you not being able to automate Bone Armor. They just deleted it straight up and no longer provides 2% increased recovery rate of life and energy shield per minion. Or minions have 20% more maximum life, which was relocated to the Mindless Aggression. Instead, it now provides minions have 40% of life added as extra energy shield, and 1% of damage dealt by your minions is leached to you as life. So this change in particular, one of the developers, Mark, was commenting on, and he said that this is kind of an equivalent of Bone Armor, that you were giving this buff, additional defensive layer buff to your minions whenever you were using Bone Armor. Now that you don't have it, this added extra energy shield should help as a buffer for your minions' life, and then you are leeching. So 1% of damage dealt by your minions leached to you as life is, in my opinion, quite massive, and it helps very. It helps with survivability of Necromancer. I'm not sure to how people will use it, but I think for sure they will use it, but how much of a percentage of your recovery is that gonna be? That is still up to debate, of course, because summoners don't have too much ways to increase maximum life recovery from leech in general, but still it is a pretty massive change with you no longer having Bone Armor skill, so basically all the changes are probably saying to us that we will see way more other minions than SRS with the nerf of SRS themselves. It is not guaranteed that SRS are not gonna be popular, because yeah, you still have all the ways to ramp their damage up. But there are pretty good. There may be pretty good challengers for this skill to get its place in the pedestal. Titan Killer, pretty known racer for Path of Exile, quite recently tweeted that SRS are dead. I know that there is a pretty big chunk of meme in there, but still it is quite heavy nerf, and for some particular playstyles on some particular league types like hardcore or hardcore SSF, it may be more more substantive than on some other parts, like in trade league softcore, where you still can manage to get all the crazy high damage. But just in general, these are the big changes of ascendancies and the skill itself. So yeah, think it for yourself. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good time. Bye.